For the duration of this video, I want you to sit and think. And then I want you to tell me what you think the most non-problematic superpower is. Sit on that, because we're gonna go through some really problematic ones first. So, if you could have one superpower, nigga, what superpower would that be? Because see, today, we're gonna be taking a deep dive into what superpower would suck the most in real life. Now, as a precursor, before I get into this video, I'd like to say that a lot of superpowers suck on their own. When we look at superheroes like Superman, he has more than one power, and those powers are usually encompassed by other powers. Or let's look at someone simpler like Spider-Man. He has super strength, but he also has super durability, and we're going to talk about why super durability is super important. But first, number 8, weather control. So when we look at a superhero like Storm, she has the ability to control and manipulate the weather. She can make it rain, she can make it storm, she can even send down lightning on you. What's wrong with that? So in the real world, weather control isn't as spontaneous as it may seem in the comics. So even if you were to call up like a rainstorm, the water in the air would have to condense to form a cloud before the storm can even happen. And that's not spontaneous. That can take up to hours. And we don't have hours, nigga, when we're trying to fight Magneto and friends. Like, we need to do this shit now. And even if you do have the power to make the rain condense faster, weather doesn't just happen in isolation. You can't just make something happen in one area. If you take weather out the air from one area, you can cause a drought in literally the next area over. You would cause violent chain reactions, earthquakes, tornadoes, tsunamis. You would be a walking natural disaster. But hey, at least you got Magneto to act right? Number 7, super strength. It seems like a lot of characters have some form of super strength. Captain America, Black Panther, Spider-Man, they all have super strength. Superman has super strength. And I don't know, without any real world applications, it's kind of useless, I guess, unless you really love punching down buildings and lifting cars with one hand. There's no real world use for this, so let's just get into why this one sucks. So as I mentioned earlier, super durability is super important. Super strength without super durability means that the minute you go to punch a hole in that building, your bones are gonna turn into dust. Your hand is gonna be a sack of meat and bones. Because without super durability, your bones are like twigs. So yeah, your muscles around the bones are really strong, but your bones aren't, so they're just gonna crumble and crush and turn to dust. And even if you have super durable bones too, your hands are very small points of pressure. Have you ever tried to jack up a car where the jack doesn't go? It's not a stable part of the car, so the jack goes right through the car. That's what your hands are gonna do anytime you try and lift up something really big. So, I guess super strength would be cool if you're trying to help somebody move, because couches aren't big. Just don't lift up the truck, lift up the couch, and it'll be fine. You're just gonna be like a permanent helper ass nigga. No, that sounds like that sucks. Number 6, super flight. Or just flight, I guess there's no normal flight. So when I say super flight, I'm not talking about like how Hawk Girl has the wings and they flap. I'm more talking about Superman flight, where you're just flying in the air and you're controlled by your momentum. And that'd be cool, right? Because everyone hates sitting in traffic and, you know, you see the person not moving and they should have seized the goddamn gap and they're not seizing the goddamn gap. You just want to be able to fly over it. So, how bad could flight be? Well, it turns out pretty fucking bad. Let's just ignore the fact that you would need goggles and a suit, because dust and birds and bugs.
The fuck is that?
And have you ever ridden a motorcycle? That, but in the air. No, I want to talk about G-lock. G-lock is a sensation that fighter pilots experience when they're going really fast and they hit a turn at the same speed. It can cause you to pass out. So if you're flying really fast and oh shit, Burger King's that way, go make a left, nigga, you sleep. Now you on the ground. Without super durability, you're dead. So is a whole mess. And without even talking about G-Lock, because let's say you can only fly as fast as you run, and let's be honest, you can't run that fast. You're not gonna be flying that fast, right? Well, think about what a bird does to a plane engine. Birds don't fly that fast. Now, think about what your meat sack body's gonna do without super durability inside of the engine. It's gonna be superhuman soup. That's what that. Oh, no capes. You better not be wearing a cape if you're flying. And even if you're not taken down by a 737 MAX engine, the US government is gonna see you on some radar. You are a slow or fast flying non-plane object. They got questions. Now you got problems, and I don't want to talk to the US government. They're gonna be like, well, how can you fly? I found this genie. My first wish was that my dog can talk. That's tight. The second wish is that I can fly. I'm still sleeping on the third wish. I wish y'all niggas would just leave me alone. Oh, what? Should have got a genie. That's the real superpower. Number 5, teleportation. I really do like teleportation, especially when you see it with Nightcrawler. Poof, you're gone. Poof, you're somewhere else. Again, with flight, no more waiting anywhere. You literally can poof, you think of it, and you're there. Alright? So let me just tell you what's wrong with this. You can't just poof and be gone from somewhere. The universe doesn't work like that. Physics says there is an amount of space here, and it's supposed to stay here. And if you walk away, nigga, it walks with you as some other shit comes this way. Right? It's like a cycle. Nigga. As you leave, some shit follows you. So what happens when you just immaterialize out of nowhere? So when you leave, there's just gonna be an empty space where you were, and it's gonna implode on itself, causing a bunch of implosions. And when you arrive somewhere, the shit that's here, like it's a perfect, nothing is left, it's still here, you're forcing air out of there. Like you're literally doing this, causing an explosion. You're literally leaving implosions and arriving with explosions. You're gonna be the best rapper ever, but you're gonna be a terrorist because you're causing mass explosions just to get to work on time. It is very messy. And we see that in the movie with Nightcrawlers. We get a little. Maybe that's one of Nightcrawler's encompassing superpowers to minimize the explosions. Without that encompassing superpower, you're the Unabomber. Number 4, intangibility. The ability to walk through walls. In Avengers, Vision is able to go through walls and go through any type of material he pleases. Sometimes the other Avengers are like, nigga, we really would like you to use a door. But Vision's like, nah, no locked doors, Holmes. No more locked doors, Holmes. No. Vision goes where he pleases.
I don't like locked doors around here. They make me crazy and shit. I was locked up and said, pass the wire. Pass the wire. I don't want no grilled cheese. No, Leroy, I'm bilingual. There's a difference. No more locked doors. Gracias.
It helps them on the battlefield because if there's a barrier that they can't get through, Vision just goes right through it. When Scott Lang is big man, talk about Scott. When Scott Lang is big man, Vision goes right through him. So I just think that, again, it's not practical, but on the battlefield, it's very useful. But also, in the real world, it's very useless. Because first, if you became intangible, meaning you can pass through things, you're gonna be blind. Because light is passing through you. It's not reflecting off your eyeballs, so you can't see. So what the fuck good is walking through a wall if you can't see the wall? So, speaking of things passing through you, you're also going to be choking to death. Because air is passing through your lungs, not held in your lungs. So now you're blind, now you're choking. Guess what? If you have any weight whatsoever, you're just going to slowly sink and sink to the core of the earth, keep sinking to the other side of the earth, keep going to space. And if you have no weight, you're just going to keep floating and floating and floating until you're in space. So literally you're gonna be a blind, choking, moaning, floating ghost in space. But hey, at least the bullet passed through you, right? Didn't shoot you. Number 3, shrinking. I said we get to it, right? So the ability to shrink is similar with Ant-Man. You can get really fucking small. On the battlefield, being as small as Ant-Man but still having the same strength as a normal-sized human is very useful for taking down enemies, for sneaking into bases, and on a practical level, I guess if you ever lock yourself out of your house, you shrink down, run under the door, run under the key hinge. There's nothing that you can't do if you have the ability to shrink. So honestly, I can't see anything wrong with the ability to shrink. I guess this one has stuck me, guys. Marvel, you did it. What's that? Ant-Man's physics don't make sense? Okay. Ant-Man's physics don't make sense. Now, if we talk about the fact that Hank Pym is a very paranoid man and wants to keep secrets to himself, and he just has explained the Pym particles wrong. He lied to us, and that's fine. I will accept that. What I can't accept is that you shrink down to a small size and still have the strength of a human. That's not how physics works. And if that is how your physics works, why is the tank in your pocket a real tank in real life? If it's a real tank in real life, it should be just as big in your pocket. Or if it's a trinket in your pocket, it should be a trinket in real life. I just don't want to shit on the physics of Ant-Man real quick, but I will, because it's my show. Ant-Man, if you have your same weight as a human, when you get really small, shouldn't you also have that same weight as a human when you get really big? See, the way physics works is it shows us that when he's really small, his mass and weight would be incredible. To the point where it might blow up the world. I think Film Theory actually has a video about that. But him getting really big should also make him the size of a balloon. He should float away. Because the problem is, your mass can't be changed. You have the same mass, but you have a different volume. So when you're bigger, you should be the size of a balloon. And when you're smaller, you should be as dense as a fucking diamond, as thousands of diamonds. Because that's how it's like mass times volume. I don't even want to lie. I'll put a formula here. Because I don't know, mass times volume equals density or some shit. I don't fucking know. It's been a while. But off the dome, that's the physics behind it that I remember, and that's why shrinking sucks. And on some other real life stuff, you can't, even if you could shrink down that small, you would be your same weight. The only way for it to work would be to be proportional, which would mean that you would be the weight of an ant. One way. I really do like Ant-Man, right? Yeah, so I didn't even go in on it. It's just, that's how it is. Look at, why do you have, the ants have numbers? You named every single ant? How? Tell me who number 478 is. You can't? Off rip? If you can't tell me off rip, why did you number them? Number 2, super speed. Super speed is actually pretty low for the same reasons flight is. You're never going to be late again. Look at the Flash. Literally, he can go back in time. He's faster than Superman. Super speed lets him be super strong. Super speed lets him have quick processing skills. Like that would help right there. It literally gives him the ability to do whatever he wants. The Flash is as strong as Superman, and I think casual viewers really sleep on the Flash. Maybe it's because he gets CW-ass shows, but hey, it was good the first 2 seasons, right? 1.5 seasons, right? So what's wrong with super speed? Ooh, super speed is a fun one. Alright, so listen. When we discovered going really fast and jet engines and the like, we discovered that super speed comes with a sonic boom. It is a burst of air, and just like anytime you take off from somewhere going really fast, you're gonna leave destruction. Like if you're in an office and you leave paper everywhere. Listen, literally, you're blowing out people's eardrums anytime you go by them on the street, especially if it's in the city where all the buildings are lined up like this. You're destroying any glass on any car, any building, any person with glasses. Destruction everywhere. And that's not even talking about the heat. Going really fast without a super suit is gonna make your feet incredibly hot to the point where they're gonna burn off and just little nubs. Also, without a super suit, the wind going by you is going to cook you alive. Rotisserie chicken, baby. Ooh, so that's not even talking about having super reaction time. Because if you only have super speed, the minute you try and make that left, and you only have this much room, you're gonna slam into the building and be a puddle of goo. And even if you don't slam into the building, the minute you come to an immediate stop, whoosh, all your organs are going to slam in front of your body, turning into the grossest organ soup there is. And number 1, invulnerability, the inability to die. This superpower is seen with Wolverine. He's been alive for centuries. We see the superpower when people get wishes from a genie and they're like, I wish I could live forever. Well guys, if you ever get a genie's bottle and you have 3 wishes, don't make this one of your wishes. The ability to live forever is simply the worst superpower to have in real life. First of all, think about this. You have loved ones, right? Your friends, your family, your people that you work with, that they alright, loved ones, but I tolerate them. You're gonna grow up with those people, and you're gonna get to know people. Being invulnerable, you might start fighting crime and have some crime fighting buddies and co-workers. Eventually, they're all gonna die. Whatever, you get more. You're living forever. You can keep piling friends like Pokemon cards. So you keep going, and friends keep living and loving and dying. The cycle is going to continue over and over again until eventually you get to a point where humanity has evolved. Now guess what? They got wings, they have skin that can tolerate superheat and coldness. We have gone to the next step, and you are simply just you. Same you were thousands of years ago. You're their history. At the end of the book, I Am Legend, when he's captured by the vampires and seeing that their society has moved on, and basically he's the only remnants from their past, he goes, I am legend. That's what you're gonna be. You're gonna be I am legend. And then, I don't know, I guess you have the heat death of the universe to look forward to, but that's a pretty bleak life. But even if you don't make it all the way there to that nihilist ass ending of a life, you could end up being out hiking, get stuck under a mountain of boulders, and never die. And you end up your life trapped forever, just with your thoughts, maybe some bugs, maybe write a couple movies, I don't know, but that's the worst. That's the worst way to die, is just trapped forever in eternity. So, there is one superpower that escapes all of these problems, and that is my pick for the best superpower ever. This superpower is Zach Morris's timeout power. This would be my superpower. Simply, this is not the ability to control time. This just stops time. It stops time for everyone around you. It seems like it allows Zach to keep breathing, doesn't stop air. It allows you to move things. See, my biggest problem with being able to stop time is that when you stop time, you also stop air from moving. So you would suffocate. But with Zach Morris's timeout power, that's not the case. So that is my pick for the best superpower ever. Zach Morris's timeout power. Shout out, Cracked After Hours. I stole that from y'all. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think the real question should be, if you could have any pair of superpowers, and super durability is already included, which 2 would you have? See, for me, I'd probably go flight, because I can only fly, I only fly as fast as I can run, and I fly low, and only when I need to. And then also do strength, because, you could always lift the couch by yourself. You don't need help anymore. What would you guys pick, though? Let me know down in the comments, send me a DM, but that has been my list of superpowers in the real world. It just doesn't work. At least not without super durability. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends, and subscribe. My name's Cliff, and this has been Unpack That Hole. Sorry, Ant-Man, I really did enjoy your movie, but it was 7 out of 10.